This is a very useful thing for displaying keystrokes on the screen, keyboard, and drawing on the screen. Can be easily moved to any side of the screen. Move. Can print from left to right, right to left, and so on. There is support for many themes. Here are some. You can also create a theme yourself. There is a keyboard. The link to the program where to download is in the description below. You can install and test it yourself. You can also move to the edges of the screen using hotkeys. You can draw, emphasize, there are 11 different colors. You can draw a frame. By holding Ctrl, you can draw a straight line. If you release Ctrl, it draws a frame. There is a history of drawing. You can undo and redo. Initially there are the following colors, but you can set any in the settings. There are several different line thicknesses. You can print text. You can move the shapes and change sizes. You can turn on the sound for the keys you press, and the presses will be heard in the headphones. There are several different sound themes. It's also easy to create a theme yourself. Now let's take a closer look at the settings. What hotkeys exist? This switches the printing mode from column to row and back again. Hold Ctrl, Win, Alt, and press /. Hide, show keyboard. Ctrl, Win, Alt, and +K. Hide, show keys. Hide, show mouse. Align the keys to the right or left. And in row mode it works like this. Print keys before or after the list of keys. Now it prints from the top instead of the bottom. In row mode it now prints on the left. Align keys down in column mode. Now the keys are at the bottom. Erases printed keys. Move keys or keyboard. Change the size of the keys or keyboard. You need to hold down the right mouse button. List boundary markers appear here. The keys will be printed within these boundaries. Here, if you try to move the list lower, it doesn't move lower, and it doesn't move higher. Let's change the borders, and now you can move it. Cannot be moved to the right because the keys cannot extend beyond the screen. Change the size and you can move it to the right. Move the keys to the right side of the screen. Also on the left, top, and bottom. Press the arrows on the keyboard. Bind keys to the keyboard. Now if you move the keyboard, the keys will also move. You can simply drag the keys to unpin them from the keyboard. Enable, disable key sound. There is sound for both pressing and release. To make the sound only on pressing, not on release, you just need to delete the sound files on release. Another sound theme. Here you can go to the catalog of sound themes. For example, here are the files for pressing a regular key, key down. Several files can be placed here. They will be selected randomly so that there will be different sounds when pressed. To create a theme, you just need to copy the theme directory, rename it, and change the sound files. Then restart the program, and the new theme will be added to the list of themes. You can disable hotkeys if they are not needed. Now the drawing settings. Here, to switch to drawing mode, you need to press Win plus Escape. Now if you press Escape, the screen is cleared of all pictures. Cancel and return. Press Tab to cancel the drawn shape. And Control Tab to go back. If you hold Ctrl and then draw, a horizontal or vertical line will be drawn. Tools available. Line. Pencil. Frame. Moving. Press S. Now you can move the shapes. Text tool. Press T, and you can print text. Now the line colors. Here you can choose the color you want by clicking on the square. Let's press 1. Draws green. Press 2. Draws red. Now the thickness of the lines. Press Q. Draws a thin line. Press W to draw a thicker line. Press E. Even thicker. And there are very thin lines, Y, U. Cursor themes. There are several themes for cursors. Let's choose another theme. A basketball cursor appears. There is a different cursor for the line. Pencil theme. Now the cursor is a pencil. You can create a theme. To do this, open the theme catalog. Copy some directory and rename it. Now, for example, let's change the cursor. For example, let's simply change the background color from black to something else. Let's erase this. Draw a cursor. Set the background color. Now you need to set hotspot. This is the point where the pointer should point. Let's set it to the middle. Save. Now let's restart the program so that the new theme loads. Select the created theme from the list. The cursor now has a red background. CSS themes for keys. You can select a theme from the list. You can create a theme yourself. Click on the link and go to the themes directory. For example, let's change the default theme. Copy and rename. Let's open it in the editor and change the styles. Click Manage and then Trust. Let's change the font, for example. Save. Now let's click the Reload button here. Let's select a new theme from the list. Now the font has changed. Let's change the color of the pressed key to blue. Let's save and click Reload. The color changed to blue. Now let's change the rounding of the corners of the keys. Here is the style for the key. The keys are now more round. Let's make the padding bigger. Let's remove the transparency from the background. And here we will remove transparency at the press key. Click Reload. Let's set smaller padding. Need to change the distance between the keys. Here, spacing between keys in column mode. Now the keys do not overlap, but the top key is now overlapped. Let's add a margin at the top for the entire list. Now it doesn't overlap. You can change the text color.